And we are all about the Beatles this morning. Beatles historian Matt Hurwitz joining us with everything you've ever wanted to know about the Beatles.
I mean everything. This guy knows everything. And ladies, listen up. That's Jay Sean. He's in the house this morning. Hi, Jay Sean. He'll perform live for us. Sweet. Megan, would you like to do the honors?
Let's do it. It's time for the Water Cooler Buzz.
Ooh.
Right.
Like an inside slider.
Hey.
It's our Beatles-based Water Cooler Buzz.
Yes!
And it's not going to happen.
Well, dramatic pause.
Yeah. What you know about?
Gail Anderson is going to be joining us for this special Beatles edition of the Water Cooler Buzz. We also have a special guest. Hey, Gail. Good morning. We also have a special guest, too. It's Beatles historian Matt Hurwitz here with us this morning. Hi, Matt.
He's got the goods.
Yes, he does.
The good goods.
And it's really interesting. I was saying, how do you get such a cool job, by the way, to become a Beatles historian and actually make money doing it?
Well, just by getting hooked on the Beatles as a teenager, like most folks. Yeah, I was 14 in 1974, and my brother Mark gave me Something New, the Capitol Beatles LP, and I just got hooked like all kids did.
Now, talk about some of the stuff that you brought in today.
Well, the main thing here is the remastered Beatle albums, which you can see actually there. Mm-hmm. They come as a box set if you like, or you can of course buy them individually, like as you've always been able to buy Beatle albums.
And when we say the phrase remastered, I know George Martin's son,
Right.
who was instrumentally involved in doing the Love Show in Las Vegas.
Right.
What did he do? Or these were done?
He didn't work on the remastering per se. He did all that amazing music that's on the Beatles Rock Band set.
Okay.
But there's a bunch of young and veteran engineers at Abbey Road that went through very carefully and painstakingly over 4.5 years and remastered each album, every song, one at a time.
And now, some vintage equipment was used with this?
Yeah, as is, you know, converting to make a CD, it's digital.
Yeah.
So, you know, mastering, everybody hears that word, and what that is kind of like the last fine-tuning that a special engineer, a mastering engineer does to maybe this one needs a little brighter sound for the cymbals or more bass or less bass.
But there's a certain, and they leave some of it in, there's certain raw qualities that you don't want to remove. And it's almost like, wow, you made it too clean. Is there still some of that
They were so careful with this and so respectful towards the catalog, which was amazing. I had the opportunity to interview the engineers that did this. And they basically just, why these are better than the ones from 22 years ago is basically just the transferring technologies developed so much. They pretty much just transferred them flat back then, just said, gee, the leap from vinyl to a CD is so great anyway. It's pretty good like this.
It sounded like the Beatles were performing in a tin can. You know, the sound was very different than it is today.
Well, to that end, okay, the release today of the remastered, and then you have here as well, for purists, this is a re-release of the mono.
Right. So most albums, you know, pop records were released in mono because, you know, kids just, you know, threw records around. They weren't, stereo was for audiophiles, you know, if you're a classical music person, or there was, you know, people did have stereo Beatle albums. These have the raw punch that was Beatlemania. This is what got kids screaming.
But they're still cleaned up.
Yeah, they've been
they'll
remastered.
still pop on your whatever you're playing.
In fact, they're remastered by the same engineer who did Love.
Of course, Gail Anderson out at Best Buy. And Gail, it is so amazing. Well, or is it so amazing? Just the excitement that still to this day exists over the Beatles. You're surrounded by folks who are just so excited.
Wait, oh, you have no idea, sir. Could you come on here, sir? Do you want this right now?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're sold out. I got up late.
So this is it. This is the last one, huh?
I guess.
You know, I was going to buy this.
I don't know if you own this or the store, but I want to buy it.
Gail, what's your asking price?
Get out of here.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Did you even get to look through
Look at he's gone.
Well, I didn't know which one.
He's gone. Thank you. He's at the counter.
Okay.
Don't linger, buddy. Don't linger.
I guess that's the last one in the store.
Do they have an expectation we're going to sell X number of units today? Or?
I'm sure they're going to kick butt. I mean, between this and Rock Band, it's just because people have been dying for this for decades.
And you wanted to show the, are we going to do that where you show
let me
the
show you what,
inside?
I mean,
because
they've improved the packaging. They've improved the packaging like you wouldn't believe. They, you know, they used to have, you know, very simple packaging. What was common in the 80s is just, you know, one sheet folded. Look at this.
Here, we're going to show it over to this camera.
I got you.
And as you're showing that, and it looks beautiful, and, you know, rumor has it that the Beatles might be on iTunes later on this afternoon or tonight or whatever. Rumor has it. Why has it been that the Beatles, or who owns it, that they've held out for so long?
I don't know, it's, you know, business stuff.
Who cares, right?
Everything with the Beatles takes a long time, and when they do it, they get it right.
In your capacity, can you pick 2 or 3 favorite tracks?
I Am the Walrus. I'm a big fan of...
You cuckoo-cuckoo, really?
Yeah,
I Am the Walrus, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of this album, Magical Mystery Tour.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
And this is the psychedelic era. This is when they were just on top of their game in terms of recording. This and Sgt. Pepper. You know, Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane. Those are mine. Those are the ones that get me.
Matt Hurst, have you met them? Have you met any of the Beatles over the years? I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm the token Jew on Ringo's Christmas album.
Now that
somebody's got to do it.
Sgt. Pepper's, what was it? The 12 clues that Paul McCartney's dead. Is he dead?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
We got to see him when George got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in April, and you know, got to go up and say.
Remember that whole thing though? You find the clues on the album cover and everything. Yeah.
I'm sure everybody will be scouring these now.
Yeah.
There was reference made to this, and nobody's saying it officially. Is this stuff going to be on iTunes or not?
I imagine sometime. I mean, nobody's made the announcement, and that's a business thing, another long-term business deal that they've been working on for.
But the big hint, at least we're hearing, is probably today. That's that's the rumor.
I would think as long as they've been waiting to get these CDs out, they'd probably want to give these a chance first before they put them up digitally. And to be honest, I mean, you know, when we download MP3s or MP4s off of iTunes, they're compressed, meaning some of the data has been removed so that they're a small file, and this is everything. You really want the CDs if you want to hear what the Beatles sound like. These things sound as close to, I'm sure, and I think even Paul's commented on this, sound as close to what they heard in the studio control room when they finished the albums as you can get.
Wow.
They really do. They have so much energy, and you just hear a little detail that I never heard before.
You know, the real question is, will Matt Hurwitz be able to leave here with that or not?
That was my fear.
That is, we're going to try to work on that.
Thank you so much, Matt, for being with us today.
You bet.